loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up, cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk. 200 to Izzy, get my ice here. Plastic, y'all as real as Buzz Lightyear. Say, got that done with the prices. I don't with this for this. We got. Down to them. They don't take none of the artists, so I'm. Problem is, you see me get it. 8212 was bracket. I might be in that Escalade, but I ain't lacking. Put that on you, act like I don't know what happened. I heard the story, be like, that was trash. Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new Hulk. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it cool up. Almost died from pneumonia, had to take my jewels off. We don't argue with these, we just let them tools talk.
I'm still under 21, so I can't. But them my name and they can't wait. Crib came with a court and some legal officials. Cake around my neck, VS1 the crystals. Extended magazines, chauffeur limousines. Before I got $65,000 on jeans. Bought like stuff for lotion, skirt the Testarossa. All about the guap like a stockbroker. Brother with me. Was mad older, had to keep it like the OG Yoda.
Too much money, I need like 2 votes. Stacks big and green, I call my pockets the new Hulk. We don't pay attention to no loose talk. 100 times I had to let it cool up. Amos dancing on me doing a moonwalk. Can't wear my AP, I had to let it.
It is NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Milwaukee Bucks. The Suns win the opening tip. They'll have it first as we get going in the desert. It's Paul for 2. Knocks it down off the step back.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Bucks at the controls. Antetokounmpo to Holiday. Surveys the floor. Holiday to Middleton. Shot clock winding down. Antetokounmpo to Holiday. For 3. No good. Paul into the front court. Lead is 2. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Over to the right side. Booker. Giannis Antetokounmpo rejects it.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
You've got to get that one to go. Trying to cash in. Shot by Saric off the mark.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
They get it down to Paul. Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 for 2. That's what you want. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Holiday to Antetokounmpo. And he knocks it down, Jay.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Short jumper misses. Holiday in possession. Down 2. Short jumper stays out.
You see, Ed, this is what the refs need to start calling. the defender hit the shooter right around the waist, which made him lunge into his shot and took away all of his concentration for it.
The assist from number 36.
Giannis with it up top. Down 4. Has a look. Won't go. He needs some luck on his side, given how they're defending.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
To Paul. Sets him up. Missed a wide open look. Bucks basketball. To DiVincenzo. Middleton. Whistled for the foul. Chance coming up at the free throw line.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
Giannis Antetokounmpo at the line for 2 shots. A career 74% free throw shooter. First one, counted.
Good shot, good shot.
Two for 2 on that trip.
Hey, good shot. See, you've been working on your game.
Booker with it. 2-point advantage. That's no good.
The game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. 2 for 3 now here in the first.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now Paul with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. To Booker. Screen coming. Paul. And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Down just a couple. To DiVincenzo. Throws it down. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Brook Lopez pins it.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Has a chance. Drew Holiday. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Into the front court. It's Booker. The score 10-8. Mikal Bridges to Booker. Paul. And he buries it. Jay upping the ante from beyond the arc.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Now the Bucks going to signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Substitutions, Milwaukee.
Giannis Antetokounmpo looking good. 4 for 5.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Giannis with it up top. His team up by 1. The pass set it all up.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Here comes the screen. The screen sets him up for two.
I could see the beads of sweat forming when he had to put the ball on the ground there. You still got it, though.
Giannis in control of the basketball. 14-13 our score. It's a 1-point game. Here comes the screen. Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's now 5 for 6.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
To Paul. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. And he buries it.
Not a Ferrari, definitely not a Lambo, but hey, get you from point A to point B.
Milwaukee with the basketball. Antetokounmpo. Not that time. Paul with it up top. Down a point. Brook Lopez with the block. Galloway matched up with Connaughton. Here's CP3, unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Antetokounmpo. Here comes the screen. Antetokounmpo. Trying to cash in. Jumper's good.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Chance for Paul. Won't go. Long heave from 3/4 court. That ends the first quarter. The Bucks with the lead. Jay, 1 quarter down. Both sides getting a feel for where this game is going.
And we're exceeding the speed limit. These guys are playing fast. And the thing I love about it the most, there's entertainment in this game. Guys are looking away after they shoot the ball. Guys are clapping. Guys are energetic. This is why you love this sport.
The drive, right to the basket. Down the lane to lay it in.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
It's Phoenix ball. Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul here against P.J. Tucker. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Hey, let's bring it back to the fundamentals here. You have to follow through on that, not a slingshot.
Holiday to Antetokounmpo. Screen coming. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Chance for Chris Paul. It's no good. Great defense.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Paul across the timeline. Down 3. From the painted area, won't go down. DiVincenzo to Lopez. The shot, almost. Paul into the front court. They're down 3. Has a chance. Paul shot off the mark. Holiday controls the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Lopez. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Here comes the screen. To Paul. Trying to cash in. Shot by Paul. No good. DiVincenzo. And that one out of bounds off a buck. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Now a steal by Milwaukee.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Booker with it. Right now, down 7. To Mikal Bridges. Paul. To Booker.
Defense, let's go.
Adetokunbo to P.J. Tucker. Brook Lopez. 2 of 4 now.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Booker. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Giannis with it up top. His team up by 7.
Screen coming.
To P.J. Tucker.
Got him. Good trap.
Adetokunbo. Charged with the board. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Adetokunbo. And he'll head to the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Personal foul. Team foul number 1. Fourth.
Giannis Adetokunbo. Couple of free throws on the way. He's perfect from the line so far. And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. Paul into the front court. Margins 8. Just off the mark. Holiday. Phoenix with it. To Paul. Fires the 3. And Chris Paul. Quick catch and shoot there. 4-3.
Not everybody possesses this power, but wow, what court awareness.
Giannis in control of the basketball. Up 5. Count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Mikal Bridges to Booker. Has a look. Add 2 points to the board.
The assist from
Giannis with it up top. Leads 5. To Lopez. And throws it down.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Phoenix has the ball.
That's me. I got ball. Give me stance. It's coming. Give me stance.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect. But pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Here comes the screen. And that's rebounded by the Suns. Mikal Bridges. Oh, bad pass, and the Bucks have it. To Adetokunbo. Oh, emphatic slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
Time for some new personnel into the game.
number 27.
To Booker. DeAndre Ayton to Mikal Bridges. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Has a chance. Off the mark. Well contested. Holiday in possession. Under a minute to go before halftime. To Adetokunbo. Holiday. To Adetokunbo. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
It's Suns ball. Booker. Trying to cash in. Booker's shot, no good. Giannis in control of the basketball. His guys can hold for the final shot. Spinning shot, won't fall. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Giannis Adetokunbo at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shooting 75% so far tonight. And he missed the free throw. Oh, nice find for the basket.
The assist from number 1.
They'll let one fly from half court. Time expires to end the first half. The Bucks in front.
The Bucks worked hard for their halftime lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Suns are in need of some changes at the half. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. These are the guys getting buckets for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Points in the paint.
The Phoenix Suns are in a situation where if I was the coach of the team, I'd hope they'd be insulted by the way they gave up points in the paint. Going into the second half, these guys really need to have some pride and be more assertive around the basket defensively. The problem became more apparent to me closer to halftime, resulting in the kind of plays in our highlight package.
Player of the half.
Antetokounmpo is doing everything he can on defense to get the win. He's blocking shots, he's getting steals, and he's setting the tone for his team.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
Fellas, back to you.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Giannis with it up top. The lead stands at 9. Tucker to Holiday.
Screen coming your way, screen coming your way. I got him.
Antetokounmpo to P.J. Tucker. Offensive board. And the reward, he's going to the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both.
Get it, shoot it again.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul.
I got ball.
To Booker. Here comes the screen. Five seconds to shoot. Paul. Chris Paul is going to get 3 shots here. A career 86% from the line. First free throw is good. And he hits the second. Perfect from the line. It's all 3 of them. Holiday controls the basketball. His guys lead here early stages, third quarter. He throws it down.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. The screen sets him up for 2. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
Now Paul with the basketball. His guys trail by 10. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Drew Holiday picked up by Paul. Drew Holiday, 3 for 6 now.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
To Mikal Bridges. Nothing going here on that drive. And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Chris Paul has got 2 shots coming. Hasn't missed yet. First one goes down.
That's the bucket.
Able to convert on both free throws. Giannis in control of the basketball. Lead stands at 10. To Lopez. Big slam. Oh, he looked like he was on a mission.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
It's Paul for 2. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
DiVincenzo to Adetokounmpo. Tucker to Adetokounmpo. Kicks it around the perimeter. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Bucks at the controls. Here comes the screen. Giannis Adetokounmpo just not going down.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Easy path to the rim.
You see, this is why players get out here hours before the game, and they get a really good lather.
Giannis with it up top. The lead is 11. To P.J. Tucker. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Drew Holiday, picked up by Paul. Doesn't have the touch, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Jumper's good.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Into the front court, it's Booker. Down by 15. Paul against Tucker. To Booker. Foot was on the line. It's a turnover. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Adetokounmpo to P.J. Tucker. To Adetokounmpo. Tucker. The Bucks with 4 to shoot to Adetokounmpo. Short jumper off the mark. Paul with it up top. Trailing by 15. Mikal Bridges to Paul. on the shot clock for Phoenix. Paul. It's good, and he's not done. He's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Ed, body control is everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
Chris Paul with a chance at a 4-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. You can count that one a 4-point play. The Bucks at the controls. Holiday to Adetokunbo. Add 2 points to the board.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Paul across the timeline. The deficit now up to 13. Not done yet. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Holiday to Adetokunbo. Scores from the post. Paul into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. To Mikal Bridges. Here's CP3. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. To Holiday. Not giving up on that play. The result, a tie-up. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Holiday to Adetokunbo. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
To Paul. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Chance for Paul. A fundamental shot right there. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Holiday to Adetokunbo. Nice pass to get things going.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
3 quarters down, the Bucks in control so far. The Bucks to inbound to start this final quarter. And this one, Jay, not totally in the win column yet, but with a double-digit lead, you have to like their chances.
I love when I start seeing fans exit the arena so early in this game, and I hear people say, this one should be in the bag. Well, guess what? It's never a guarantee. You have to be careful not to slow down the pace of the game and take the air out of the basketball. You have to put your foot on the gas and try to win this game with a sense of urgency.
To Paul. To Booker. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Holiday in possession. It's an 11-point game. Tucker guarded by Devin Booker. Cruises inside for two.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
Paul. Count the basket. 2 more points in the paint.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Paul against Tucker. Not going down for him this time. To Holiday. Marvin Williams in a matchup with Booker. To DiVincenzo. Drive to the basket, but the shot won't go. Suns control the possession. Had a chance, but it's no good. DiVincenzo down low to Williams. Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. DiVincenzo. Five on the shot clock for Milwaukee. DiVincenzo to Holiday. Beyond the arc for 3. A tough shot for Drew Holiday. Defense did everything they possibly could.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Stepping in for Phoenix, number 9.
Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Here's a chance from long range. Off the mark. Holiday controls the basketball. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Holiday to P.J. Tucker. Drew Holiday. With that shot, he's 5 for 8. Booker with it. His guys down big. Screen coming. Galloway against Tucker. Down to 5 on the 24. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Knocks it down in the foul. And a chance now at a 4-point play.
Oh, that was a big-time shot. But more impressive than the shot, the bench reactions. I love the celebration tactics. This is why you love this game.
unable to connect on the free throw. To Middleton. Good look that time, but off the mark. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul, defended by Connaughton. Cleans it up. It's Middleton with the rebound. To Holiday. Nothing going here on that drive. Drew Holiday, guarded by CP3. The Bucks with 4 to shoot. To Holiday. From long range. That no good. Off the mark. Paul into the front court. Down a bundle. DeAndre Ayton to Paul. Here comes the screen. Paul. 4-3. He has certainly been on target from downtown. He's 4 of 5 from three-point range.
Let me tell you why. He's been receiving his passes on time and on target. Give the passer some credit in this scenario as well.
Middleton to Holiday. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Screen coming. Whoa, what a finish.
How about right after the dunk, he looks right over towards the bench, gets a call from the coach about what defense they're in, and then gets his team set. Those are people that are able to lead men.
Holiday. Reset here. Let's see what they do. Knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot he wanted.
Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout as they'll make sure they're all on the same page here in the 4th quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Split the D there, but he can't get it to drop. Bucks at the controls. Nothing going here on that drive. Can't connect. Now Paul with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Mikal Bridges. Nothing going here on that drive. Mikal Bridges. Down to 5 on the 24. Middleton to Adetokunbo. Middleton. Offensive rebound. Frank Kaminsky sends it away. It's Mikal Bridges with the 2.
The assist from number
Holiday, guarded by CP3. The Bucks claim victory as they win this one handily. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Hey everyone, it's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Bucks added a win with today's solid victory. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group, and that's what happened here today. Check out the leading scores for the Milwaukee Bucks. The Suns put up a fight, but didn't get their hands raised at the end. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Check out the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns.
Game track. Assists.
The Milwaukee Bucks showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Antetokounmpo put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped, and when he realized he was in the zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
On behalf of Ed Cohen and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.